Hello, me again, after I just made my Flight 93 experience video. I wanted to address something else. There are those who say that America deserved 9/11. What do you think about that? For myself, as a country, not myself as a country, but for myself, I feel that as a country, we did have a hand in bringing it on. However, that's not to say that any of the people who died deserved it. Whenever people say that America deserved it, I can understand where they're coming from, and in some senses, in some ways I can agree a little bit, but I don't agree that anybody who actually died in the events deserved to die. It should not have happened that way, If they would have attacked our military, that would have been one thing. But what do you think we do to piss people off? Do you think we piss people off? Or do you not think we piss people off? I think as a country, America does piss people off, more so in the past 6 years since 9/11 than probably at any time in history. I mean, other than nuking Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that is. I'm sure that did more to sour our image in the eyes of the world than any response we had to 9/11. But, that incident aside, I don't know enough about the situation in Israel to know whether or not we should support them. I do know that a lot of people support them for purely religious reasons, and that I don't agree with that. But other than that, maybe there are legitimate, real-world reasons for supporting them and their actions against the Palestinians. I don't know. But I know that the religious reasons, all of the crap that's done in the name of religion, people really paint a hideous, grotesque image of the one they call God in their religions that claim to be from Him. A lot of people do. Not everybody. Most people, even very religious people, don't promote that kind of hatred, that kind of violence. But some of them do. Enough of them do that you just have to wonder, what do they think is running this place, I don't know. I do know if any of their versions of God are true, then God is not about love, or mercy, or kindness, or forgiveness, or redemption. God is nothing good if their versions of God are true. And if their versions of God, any of them, are true, then essentially we're all screwed. I mean, if that's the kind of monster running the place, then yeah, nobody stands a chance. He's going to see us all fried just for his own personal amusement. Eventually finds some reason to condemn us, But I don't believe that there is a God like that. People just like to pretend to have God on their sides so that they can feel more justified in carrying out atrocities. I've seen enough of it in my time, and seen about enough of it in history, and it's not just any one religion that I'd single out. Right now, the main religions in power in the world are Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, at least in the Western world, in those that would consider themselves the Western world. There are other parts, of course, where I guess there'd be more Buddhism and Hinduism than anything. But in the world that most of us as Westerners interact with and watch, it's those three. However, I think we'd be doing this pretty much the same stuff no matter what religions were in power. just because it's the nature of religion, to bring out the worst in people. I once heard it said, as a general rule, good men do good things, bad men do bad things, but it takes religion to make truly good men do truly bad things. It's not even all religion, there are people who practice their faith who are not a harm to anybody. Most, I would have to say. It's just the few bad apples, which all religions, every religion that has ever been made and ever will be made, will end up being used by such people. It will end up producing such mindsets. That's religion. Back to the topic, 9/11, did we deserve it? That's a two-headed answer. I honestly feel that as a country, our country had some kind of response coming to them for a long time. Some kind of response. But I don't think the response that was given was justified. I don't think that attacking thousands of civilians who had nothing to do with it is justified. But I guess my main statement on that is it was not unprovoked. We weren't just innocently sitting here minding our own business as a country when 9/11 happened to us. We were, as usual, involving ourselves in everybody else's business as if it were our own. And that's something I think we should stop. As a country, we should stop. I think if the rest of the world doesn't want interference from the United States, then, like the good book says, we should kick the dust from our sandals and leave without looking back. That would include all of the aid that we're giving to certain countries. If we can't give it without strings attached, we shouldn't be giving it at all. And that's my thought on that. Not that our foreign aid policies are necessarily all bad, or us trying to control people, but if we can't do it without trying to control people, we can't do it without demanding certain behaviors in return, then I don't think we should do it. Maybe provide education so that these countries that need it can drag themselves up off their own patooties, and make their own way, but we shouldn't interfere any other way. Giving them aid, that's just going to enable dependence, foster dependence upon us, which it's done, and of course, well, that's just part of it. I do believe we should be there in the world helping others, helping to build up other communities, helping to raise the standard for the rest of the world, not just ourselves. And I think we have to start in our own communities first, though. I think true charity begins at home. I think we need to do what we can to make our own neighborhoods better, and then if our neighborhoods are in a place that is satisfactory or sufficient, then we can move on to helping other neighborhoods and other countries, other lands, but as for all the assistance we're giving to other countries, some of it's warranted, because there are some places where the people are really bad off. Not just the worst that we have in America would be like living in paradise for some people, I don't know about that, actually, now that I think about it. That might be an incorrect statement to make. I don't know. I just wanted to ask the question, and I'm going to stop there. Did we deserve it as a country, even if we didn't deserve it as individuals? Talk to you later.